Hello, my most amazing artists. It's time for your Thursday Arty Party. Are you ready? This is our last Thursday Arty Party together. Don't worry, I'm going to send you off with a project that's going to carry you through the summer and get you through till we meet again in the school year. I've been thinking about you guys a lot, and so today we're going to make our own mantra, something that you can look at to remind yourself that you are an artist. It doesn't matter what your skill level, doesn't matter how good you are at different things, you are an artist. Deep down, we all are. We just have to learn to accept ourselves. So here we go, friends. Let's have fun. All right, amazing artist. So today you're gonna need a pencil and you need to dig in your recycle bin for a cardboard box. I have this box from some really good crackers. These are better than Cheez-Its. And you need some paper. And you need watercolors or crayons, or you can use both or either or, it doesn't matter, whatever you choose to do. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cut a panel out of this box. So you need scissors and glue as well, I forgot about that. So I want you to cut along the folds because we just need the panel. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna write our mantra on here, decorate it, and then we're gonna cut it out like a puzzle and see if we can put it back together or if someone we know can put it together. Wouldn't that be fun? This is our last official Thursday Arty Party project, which makes me sad, but also it moves us closer to being together again in the fall. So I'm choosing to look at it that way. All right, so cut the flaps off and the sides off. You don't need the rest of the box unless you want to make another one. And then you're gonna flip it over, otherwise this will show through on your paper. So you wanna use the cardboard side. If there's grease on this, you might wanna use the other side of the box because the grease will eventually get on your paper and you don't want that to happen. Then we're gonna lay it on top of our paper, like so, and trace around with our pencil so we can trim it. Just like this. Okay. Then I hope you guys have a glue stick or some school glue. I don't. I do have this super stinky rubber cement. I'm just going to use that. My son used all the glue to make slime, so we don't have any. So spread a good layer. I always tell my kids if you're using liquid glue, it's drop, not a lot, because that stuff goes really far. If you're using a glue stick, just kind of slappy dap it on there and you'll be fine. And then put your paper on top, line it up, smooth it out. And then you're gonna have to wait just a little bit for it to dry. So when we come back, you might, if you're using liquid glue, you'll probably have to wait about an hour. If you're using glue stick, maybe about 15 to 30 minutes. It's got to be pretty dry because you don't want to drag your pencil through it where it's wet and have it tear. So as soon as these are dry, this is dry, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back and pretty dry. So I want to talk to you about the mantra that I chose for this puzzle. And it is from a wonderful art teacher. Her name is Cassie Stevens. She teaches in Tennessee. She has a wonderful YouTube channel. If you ever get tired of mine or if you need more arting in your life, go visit her. Cassie Stevens, I think it's C-A-S-S-I-E, and Stevens is S-T-E-P-H-E-N-S. She is so funny and fun and amazing, and I get a lot of my ideas from her, and a lot of my ideas are what we do in class from her. She's been a great mentor to me. My first, year teaching art, I taught other grades for many years, so I'm really pleased that she was out there and put herself out there. So this is one of my favorite things that she talks about. And it says, I make accidents, I make mistakes, but deep inside, I got what it takes. I am an artist, and you guys are artists. It doesn't matter what people tell you, it matters what you believe. So we're gonna make this little picture, and we're gonna use the mantra. We're gonna do some lettering, nothing super fancy, mind you, because I don't want this to bog you down. And we're gonna have fun with this, and it can remind you of what's true. And what's true is you got what it takes. So here we go. I have written these lines, like each line, I'm gonna try to put each line, like I make accents will be one line, I make mistakes will be the next line. So I should have plenty of room to write this on my paper. So here we go. I'm gonna write it in pencil first, and I'm gonna write it pretty lightly in case I have to erase, because I make accidents and I make mistakes, but deep inside, I got what it takes. A lot of art is learning how to fix accidents. All right. And you can just use your regular handwriting. And I might do some all capital letters here in a minute. I think I'm gonna do a colon there. I think that's what that's supposed to be. And this was on my chalkboard for quite a while during the school year. And I plan to do some special art with this for both my classrooms. Okay, now I'm gonna put I am an artist in big letters. And if I make this really big wide letters, it's not gonna fit. So I can make them really big, slender letters. See how that's very, very skinny? That way it'll fit. That's a little lettering trick. And before you move on with the next part, make sure everything is spelled right. That's why we do our lettering with pencil first. There we go. I'm just gonna put a period there because I just like that. I don't need an exclamation point. Okay, so let me get out my paint and my crayons. My crayons are really flat and I have not sharpened them. So I'm thinking what I might do is do some confetti on this. And I wanna go rainbow crazy because this is art, right? So I think I'm gonna make some little confettis, and if I do a dark color like this purple, I'm gonna try not to write on the letters because you might not be able to see through the purple. We're gonna do a really dark watercolor for the letters. Okay, so purple, now I'll do dark blue. And confettis need to go all different directions and cross each other. So they look like they're falling. Okay. And I'm gonna try to do like every color except for brown, black, and white. Ooh, I love this color. It's my favorite one. Yeah, have them cross over in front of each other. When confetti falls, it doesn't just fall one at a time. It falls all together like that. Okay, let's move on to green. Ooh, that's pretty. Now when we get to these lighter colors, it's okay if you go over the letters because you'll still be able to see them with the watercolor. Okay, now a light green. Oh my goodness, I'm excited about this, you guys. This is looking really cool. And these confettis make it a little bit harder for whoever's trying to put your puzzle together to put it together. Some yellow with my broken yellow. I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. I sure do enjoy making them. I'll probably try to make some more this summer, although it won't be for a week. I got a lot of projects I gotta do, including I'm working on a new book. So this does take a lot of time, and I love doing it for you guys. I also don't want to put all my art secrets on here. I want you to have something to look forward to when you come back to school. So I'll probably do a few in the summer here and there. Just keep checking back. Turn on the bell if you want notifications. I never do that. If I want to watch something, I'll just go look at it. I probably shouldn't tell you that. That won't help my channel grow, but that's okay. I don't really care. All right. I'm getting into some orange. And you can still see our mantra, because this is for us, not just me, through here. Oh, that orange is really pretty. And a little deeper orange. Going around here. All right. What have I got left? I've got red, and pink, and peach. I'll just do the rainbow colors. This one is, yeah, this is red. I think I have like a magenta or something. That would be cool. Yeah, on the darker colors like the reds, try not to mark on your letters. You want your letters to be readable or legible. It's really important. And they will be, because we're gonna use dark watercolor. And if you don't have dark watercolor, you can go over your letters with a Sharpie. You can also use a black crayon to go over your letters. Whatever you got that's really dark and would really show up. Okay, let's see. Do just a few magenta, because we're getting really full here, aren't we, guys? This is cool, though. I like it. This is kind of fun. I wonder if I could put this on Instagram. Let's see. Okay. Last one, I have this very light carnation pink. And carnation's a flower. So if you ever wondered what carnation pink was, it's named after a flower. A lot of colors are actually named out of the pigments that it takes to grind them from, which is kind of cool. All right, I think we're gonna stop there. It's looking pretty messy, isn't it? Okay, let me get a paintbrush and some water. I forgot to tell you, if you have your watercolors, obviously you're gonna need this stuff. I'm gonna get a really dark color. I think I'm gonna go for ultramarine. It's a really nice dark blue, and if I don't get it really wet, it will come out really thick and strong. So let's see how it looks. It might not be quite dark enough. And you'll notice that where the crayons overlapped, remember we have that wax resist right there. So it looks pretty cool. If you don't want that to happen, you could do the watercolor first and then do the crayon over it. I'm using the very end of my brush. If it's not light enough, I can go back and paint it a little bit darker here in just a minute. So I'm gonna go over all these letters. Ooh. I got my paint a little too wet. That's what's so important about practicing and making mistakes, because you don't learn unless you make mistakes. You don't learn whether you've got too much water or too little water. You've got to get to know your art supplies. I really like watercolor. I wanted so badly to be such a good oil painter in college, but I don't know. I tried so hard, I just wasn't good at it. But when I started watercolor, the magic of it just spoke to me. All right, don't forget your comma. Yay! Make your teacher happy, use a comma. I might go over these lighter places a little bit, because I want it to be really dark so we can read it really well. Let's see how it looks in the camera. Oh, it's looking really good. Okay. I wonder if I should change colors or just keep with this blue. That's a really good question. I think I'm gonna change colors. You never know. You gotta take risks or you won't get rewards. I'm gonna go with a darker green. I think we used this one on the turtle. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be using a yellow because that's not going to show up very well. So any of these darker colors will probably work. I'm getting really excited about next year. I don't know what next year is going to look like, but I really hope that I will see you and we will have lots of arty fun together. I'm working on my ordering for my stuff. I'm gonna order you guys some more journals, and I think we're gonna start journals right away so we can work on them throughout the year and get them out when we feel like it, put them away when we feel like it. I don't know, there's something pretty magical about art journaling. That was kind of unheard of when I was in school. Nobody really did that. You could buy a sketchbook, but nobody really did art journaling. And so when I saw it, my professor, she was helping me do some public school courses. And I took teaching art in public school from her. She made us keep a journal, and it was probably the most magical thing I had learned in a really long time. I was super impressed. Okay, let's move on to another color. I think I'm gonna do this. This is a pink. I need this kind of darker red. I don't have a lot of it left. Right here, this is alizarin crimson. Isn't that a pretty name? Alizarin crimson. Now, if you have a lot of crayon on there, you can kind of build it up a little bit, or even go a little bit outside that crayon mark to make your letter. What I'm nervous is cutting this out to look like a puzzle. I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to figure out how that's gonna look and how to do that. I think what we might do is draw it on the back. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, got too much water. More pigment, less water. Well, still got a lot of water, that's okay. So if you guys have artwork that I could not get back to you because a lot of the teachers took your things to you and I did not know, I have kept it and I will bring it to the next school that you're at. So if you were at the younger kids' school, I'll bring it to the older kids' school. My fourth graders that were working on your projects, I'm still talking to the judges on how we're gonna deal with the poster contest. So don't lose heart, we're trying to figure that out. We might try to transfer them to your new building and see see if we can help you there. Okay, and now I'm gonna go for this really, you know what, I wanna use this orange on the I am an artist. Let me go ahead and do that to see if it's gonna work. And I'll try to figure out what I'm gonna put on that other line. No, I'll just put it here. It's a really bright color. Yeah, it's been really weird going and packing up my classroom because like it's like I left right in the middle of everything, and when I come back I have to put everything away, and I'm like, we're not done with these. We didn't finish our turtles, we didn't finish our posters, we didn't finish our journals, you know. So teachers have sad feelings too. I miss you guys all the time. Otherwise I wouldn't be making these videos because I feel very silly making them sometimes. Especially because I'm just basically talking to myself, but I'm pretending like you're here, so just pretending like I'm in class talking to you. If I misspeak or say something wrong, just know that it is kind of hard to talk and do art at the same time. That is a proven fact, friends. Okay, let's see how that looks on the camera. Oh, that's looking so good. Okay, so now I have to pick my last color for the I am an artist. I think I want to go with black, but I have to go get my little palette, remember, because I don't have any black in this palette. I really don't know what happened. I don't know if it got taken out or if it wasn't in there in the beginning. I've had this palette a long time, so I can't remember. So let me get my palette with my black. All right. So here we go. Now all the capital. Oh, that's not very dark. We want it dark. Come on, black. Wake up. There we go. Yes. Okay. So I might go back over this. I'm kind of liking how the colors go through it, but I'm also kind of thinking I might go back over it with a Sharpie. I don't know. Let's see if I can make it a little bit darker. Looks pretty good on the camera. So when you're done painting, you're gonna have to wait for your paint to dry to do the next part, which is the making the puzzle part out of it. So give your paint a chance to dry. You don't want to smear it. Trust me, nothing leads to a broken heart faster than smearing something you've worked really, really hard on. I've been there, done that. I have a t-shirt. I'm just kidding, I don't. All right. Almost done. If you don't want to make a puzzle out of this, it'd be good just to put it on your wall. It makes a nice card to just lean in your window. You could give it to someone that you love. You could put a magnet on it and stick it on your fridge. What else could you do with this? You could mail it to someone. You could put it in your studio bag or your studio or your bedroom. Just keep it somewhere where it reminds you that you're an artist. All right, almost finished. I can't wait to see you guys again. I hope you you stay creative this summer. I'm working on a special summer video to help you stay creative. Give you some ideas and a little pep talk. Okay. Oh, I forgot that period. That's very important. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and when I come back, we will make the puzzle pieces. It's time for a Matty Cat break. Let's see if Matty Cat will agree to be on the camera. Yeah? Okay, she's purring. That's a good sign. She's not leaving yet. Maybe we can bug her. I like to bug my cat sometimes, and she exactly what she'll do. Oh, no, I'm so mean to you. Yes, I'm so mean to you. Oh, scratch right there. Oh, look. When you scratch her, sometimes she'll lick herself. It's gotta be right on her back though, almost like where she can't reach. And then she starts licking, and she'll lick your hand too if your hand is there. And her tongue is just like sandpaper. It kind of hurts if she licks you in the same place over and over. Yeah, Matty Cat. She just had dinner with us. Well, she had her own kitty food. She didn't eat our dinner. And now she's all happy and laying on the sofa in the studio. Just hanging out with me while I make videos. Yeah. It's too cold for the window to be open. So that's kind of sad. But that's okay. Here she goes. She just scratch, scratch, scratch. All right, Matty Cat. We'll see you later. Okay, friends, we're back. Everything is dry, so I'm going to flip this over. I was going to use a pencil, but obviously we have all this stuff going on. So let me switch to a Sharpie. So I want to start at the corners and do some, you know, kind of in and out lines. And you can kind of make these lines however you want. Think about puzzle pieces. They have knobs. And then they have indentions. A lot of the early jigsaw puzzles were very wavy. They didn't have any of that kind of stuff going on. So you can just kind of freehand this. It doesn't have to be anything special. Oh, that might be pretty hard. Yeah, don't make it really deep like that, because then cutting it out will be harder. Okay, when you get to these middle pieces, it gets a little bit harder. I think I'll just kind of stop there. Except I probably need to, yeah, do that. Okay, now I'm gonna cut out all my lines and then see if I can put it back together. If I can put it back together, then you can too. My daughter loves puzzles. She's a puzzle person. When all this started, she said, "Mom, please go to the store and get me a puzzle." I went to the store and there were hardly any puzzles, so that tells you something. People were bored. Okay, there's a piece. It's a little bit harder to cut the cardboard and the paper, so I have a bigger pair of scissors than I usually have. And if you need an adult to do this to you with for your thing, that's fine, because it does take a little bit of strength. If you have a pair of school scissors, it'll be hard, but you can do it. Just don't choose a super thick cardboard box. You want to stick with like these snack boxes, or a cereal box would be perfect. And the more you cut, the less cuts you have to make, because a lot of these cuts are just part of the other pieces. So that's kind of cool. And if you don't cut them exactly how you drew them, don't worry, that's okay. I'm probably not gonna do that either. Just do your best. No biggie. You know what Miss Evans says. Do your best. And if you can't make a mistake, you can't make anything. Okay. Ooh, some of these pieces are complicated. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this puzzle back together. We will see, friends, we will see. Okay. This one I kind of messed up on, so I'm gonna have to remember that I didn't want the line to go that deep because it was gonna be really hard for me to cut out and hard to put the puzzle back together again like that. So I'm just gonna make it easy. You don't want your pockets to be really deep because then it'll be harder to fit the pieces together. Okay, just gotta make one little cut right here. There we go. All right, now we're gonna turn them all over and I'm gonna talk to you about the easiest way to solve a puzzle. And the easiest way to solve a puzzle is the outside pieces first. So you find all the pieces with straight edges, which, you know what, this whole thing might be straight edges. Oh my goodness, but I remember at the bottom it says, I am an artist, so I think I'll put that part together first. Look at that, you guys. It's going back together. Okay, this is kind of fun. You might have to kind of bend them a little bit to get them to be flat again after you've cut them with the scissors. See, just bend them back how they're supposed to be. Oh, I love this. I love it. Ooh, we need to do this in class. This is really fun. I have to eat a lot of Cheez-Its. So we have enough boxes. That won't be a problem. All right, there you go, guys. I make accidents. I make mistakes, but deep inside, I got what it takes. I am an artist. I believe in you. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.